So hey everyone, welcome back on Davis Tech channel, and let's continue the last video. And in this video we're going to work on this login page. Okay, I have changed the name everywhere. I put the name as a login page. Even the component name also I have changed to the login page. Okay, so if I will click on agree and continue, I will land into the login page, and I just don't need this header, so I will just remove it. So if I will go on a login page, so let's start working here. Okay, so I will, first thing I will do, I will just use safe area view, and I need to import this from the React Native. So basically login page text was here. When we wrap into safe area view, so basically it will uh, find out that from where the actual screen is starting. So it will just measure the notification bar, and after the notification bar only they will put our own component related data. Okay, so it's another component called safe area view, similar to the view component. Okay, now, okay, in the safer view, to achieve this whole UI, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a two separate children. The first children will handle the whole this thing, okay, and the second children will going to handle about the next button. Okay, for that what I will do, I will add a new view. Okay, and I will apply the style, sorry, it will going to be styles dot content style, which I have added here. Okay, and the second children will going to be placeable. The same thing we did in the welcome page, we added this placeable. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing. Okay, and let's import this placeable from the React Native. On place nothing will going to happen as of now. Let's add a button style as of now. So the button style we have added here, I will add, I mean not control X, it will going to be button style. Okay, and also we need to have a button text style. Let me copy this thing. So I'm not going to explain this thing which we already did in the last video. So as of now it is giving an issue. It's saying JXS element class does not support attribute. Why it is giving this issue? We have this thing, we have button text style button. Oh, we need to just import this text from React Native first. Okay, that's where it was giving. So we got the agree and continue. And the best thing about the root, we need to add a root as a width 100%, and height also will going to be 100%. Okay, so width and height will going to be 100%, and let's add a display as a flex. Okay, and let's add one thing also. Okay, let me add display as a flex, a line item as a center. Okay, a line item center, and instead of this whole 90%, we need to have a small number, sorry, width. Okay, width will going to be 40 only. So let me do the 40. Or let me find the exact height of the width, and let me find the exact width. It will going to be 60. Okay, and instead of this whole agree and continue, it will going to be next. Okay, and along with that, this is our first children, right, and this is our second children. And to put first and second children in the top and the bottom, we need to use a space between. I explained this already. So the next will come in the extreme bottom of this screen. And now let's work on the title. Okay, so let's work on this enter your phone number text. What I will do, that thing also we added on a welcome page. I will just copy this thing. Welcome to WhatsApp. In the last video only we covered this thing, right? So let me use this title style here so it will not give any error. So welcome to WhatsApp is added. Instead of that, let's use enter your phone number. Okay, let's do it quickly. Enter your phone number, and I guess it not have that amount of font weight and font size. So it have a 20 and 500. Okay, so it have 20 font size and 500. Hit me, hit the save. Enter your phone number is added. Now let's work on these text. WhatsApp will need to verify your phone number. That kind of text we already added here. So this is the text which we added in the last video. I will quickly copy this thing and paste it here only. So here we have two kind of text. It first one which have a normal text with black color, and the second text which is kind of link which have a blue color. Okay, so for that we use text style and link style. I will copy this two style here and put it just after the title style. Okay, so that thing is also added, and let's change the text. Okay, so here it will going to be read out and what's my phone number. Okay, so let's do it, and let's remove the whole thing which is extra. Okay, so that is also added. Enter your phone number, and WhatsApp will need you to verify your phone number. Okay, apart from that, what we need is we need amount of padding in left side and right side. For that we're going to use padding horizontal, should be 90. I guess that will be sufficient. Okay, enter your phone number, and that thing is added. And what we can do that we can use a display as a flex actually again, and now it will work as a column flex box, and every flex box have a gap property, and let me add a 30 as a gap. Okay, so we got enter your phone number, and WhatsApp will need to verify that some amount of gap, not 30, 10, 28 will be fine. I guess we need a gap between enter your phone number and the top. For that we can add a padding top. Okay, for padding top we can say it will going to be 100, not 110. It will going to be a 50 or maybe 30. Let's 40. Okay, similarly in the bottom also we need to have some kind of padding bottom. So we have a button style here, so let's add margin bottom. I guess not a padding, it will going to a margin 30. Okay, or it should be 40. Okay, so enter your phone number, and this thing is added. Now let's work on the next thing, which is this kind of button. On click of this button we need to open the country page. Okay, so let's work on that. But for that what I will do, so this is our first children inside this content style, and this is our second children. Let's add another view. Why? Because this view will going to have this button as a first children, and this input box as a second children. Okay, so let me add that view, and I can say input view style for this view style. Okay, so this is our another view style dot. Okay, and here what we need to do is we need to have a first children, okay, and that is another view. So please follow me. um, it will going to be a country button view, okay, and this will have a display as a flex but also have flex direction as a row, because this view will going to have again two different children, okay. I will just let you know, just give me some time. Style this thing, and the first children is the text. In the text what we're going to have, we have the name, so India you can say, and the next thing is we have this drop down button, I mean drop down icon. For that I already have a icon inside a svg, that is a dropdown.svg. So let me import that thing. I will simply copy this whole thing. It will be a drop down, oh sorry, this should be a svg, okay. I wrongly copy different component import. So this is our import, this is our import, and the name of the svg is the drop down. So I will use that thing, drop down, and let's use it. So this is our second children. So that thing is added here, you can see that, right? We have India and the drop down icon, and let's add a border bottom, okay. So border bottom will going to be 1, so we got it. Or we can say instead of 1 we can use a 0.5, that will also work, and it should have a color, okay. For that what I will do, I will add a border bottom color, okay, and the color code will going to be this one, okay. So we got this thing, and here what we need to do is the icon and this thing will be aligned in a center and the leftmost, okay. So what we can do here is this text will going to have some text style, right? So I will add a country text style. Let me add this style here. So lots of style we need to add all the time to do it in good manner. So the the font size and the font weight will going to be for this country will going to be, font size will going to be 14, and the font weight will going to be 400, okay. And what I will do, I will put this country button view, okay, I will put it first, so let's not confuse, and I will use justify contain as center to put in between center, and also I will do one thing, I will put a line item as well as a center, okay. But let's focus on this thing first, okay. For that what we can do, we don't need this style, okay, right now. So this is our first children inside this style, okay. So what I will do, I will just simply put it in the same level of our this view, okay, contain style, and I will hit the save, and this is our view, country button view. So country button view need to have a border bottom, okay. So I will just remove it from here, and I will put in the country button view style only, okay. So this is our country button view. Okay, and this style will be responsible for this uh, component, this element. Okay, so if you get confused, so let me just iterate you. As of now, this is our root view, and root view have two children. First children is the content view children, and the second is the pressable button. Okay, and in the content view, now we have a first children this, second children is this, and the third children is this one. Okay, and now let's work on this fourth children. Okay, and the fourth children will going to utilize the third children. Why? I mean, I don't need this drop down. Okay, but it again has some kind of text. Okay, and along with that it has some border bottom. Okay, so simply if I will use a third children and put plus 91, then that will be added here, right? So, and let me go on input view style, and input view style I will add a display as flex, and I also add a flex direction as row. Okay, and again I will add a line item to center. Okay, why I did this thing? Because you will see that the it have a two different children. This is our first children and this is the second children. That's why the flex box should work as a row wise. Okay, so that's why this is our fourth children, right? And the fourth children have a two different children. The first children is a normal text along with some border bottom, and the second children will going to be a text input. Okay, so the text input is another special component from the React Native. So if I will hit the save, the text input will going to add. Okay, so it is not visible as of now, but what I can do here, I can add a placeholder just. Okay, test it, then you will see here the text input is added. Okay, and you will see the cursor of the input box. Okay, so we need to work on this text input. Okay, so for that what I can do, I can create a text input style. Okay, and let me add the same border bottom and border width. Okay, to this text input style, and also let me add a flex 1. Okay, so remaining width will going to assign this text input, as this view is working as a flex box as a row wise. So whatever width is available to this particular view after taking the first children will going to assign this text input. Okay, with help of the flex equal to 1. Okay, that I already conveyed, I guess. So I will use this text input, and that is added here. You can see that. Okay, so input text and country text style. Country text style is the first children. Input text input style is the second children, and input view style is the parent of this both children. Okay, so input view style is the parent of this both children. Okay, so what I can do, that input view style need to have some gap between both the children. So I can see that I can add a gap between both children 5 or maybe 15, then it will look fine like this. Okay, so here the gap is added, and what we can do, that the country text style, what we can do, we can add some amount of padding, horizontal around 20 maybe. Okay, So with help of that, we got some nice padding with, nice width for this country code. You can see that. Okay, and now we can remove um, this placeholder. We don't need this placeholder as of now. Okay, and whatever we will type will be added here. Okay, so if I will type a number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, it will be added here. But what I wanted to do is I just want some padding, just like this country text. Okay, I just want some padding horizontal wise, left and right wise. So what I will do, I will just add padding 10. Okay, so here I got some nice padding. Okay, so let me add some letter spacing over here so it will look good. I will go here in the input style and I will add letter spacing to 1.2. okay, so it will look good, and I guess we are pretty much okay with this thing, and we can wrap it up. For some case, what we can do, that we can do this kind of thing. We'll add 10 or maybe 15 here, and we just need a padding between these two thing and these two thing, around 18 px. For that, what I can do, so this is our text 1 and this is our text 2. In between we need at least 18 px padding. So let me go on a text style and I will add a padding top or padding vertical, just like we have a horizontal, same we have a padding vertical. I will add 18. I hope now it is looking like this, and now we can wrap it up. Okay, we can increase the button style, so country style, and we can increase just one thing, right? Button style 60 bit to 90 bit. Okay, so let's wrap this video here and continue on the country page. Okay, thank you all. Happy coding. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and see you on a next video.